These 11 fuel mistakes don't blow an engine up in one heroic moment. They chew it quietly. One sketchy fill, one summer of discount blends, one it still runs fine after a faint rattle you pretend not to hear. Power fades, idle goes lumpy, the pump sings, and the bill shows up smiling. Cheap gas isn't just low price. It's low detergent, wrong octane, hot storage, and water where fuel should be. One habit even turns injectors into glue guns. To see how little choices turn into big repairs, start with the most common shortcut people justify at the pump. Number 11. Running regular in an engine that requires premium. If the cap or manual says premium required, the tune expects higher knock resistance. Feed it lower octane and the knock sensors yank timing to save the pistons, raising exhaust heat and wasting fuel. You lose power now and run hotter later. Bad for rings, valves, and cats. Use the grade required, not recommended. If it says recommended, test a tank of each and watch knock counts and mileage. Often, premium wins. And if you think the ECU can correct forever, the next mistake shows where chemistry matters more than computers. Number 10. Choosing bargain stations with weak detergent packages. Detergent levels vary. Top-tier retailers commit to stronger cleaners that keep valves and injectors clean. Bare minimum fuel simply meets legal specs. Over thousands of kilometers, deposits shrink injector patterns and raise intake valve temps, especially on port injection engines. Result? Rough idle, lazy response, and hot spots that invite ping. 2 cents saved today becomes hundreds later. Favor busy, top-tier stations, rotate brands occasionally, and let detergents work before you need miracle cleaners because most miracles don't. Number 8. Filling from tanks contaminated by condensation or a fresh tanker drop. Water condenses in underground tanks, especially after big temperature swings. Add leaky station caps and sloppy tanker drops that stir sediment, and you get stumbles, corrosion, and rusty flakes clogging filters. Ethanol holds some water. Once saturated, the rest separates and sinks. Fix it. Avoid filling while a tanker is unloading, prefer stations with turnover, and keep your tank above 1/4 to reduce condensation. If you suspect water, use a proper water dispersant once and replace the filter. Don't stack random additives and hope. Number 8. Letting summer heat boil light ends and varnish injectors. High underhood temps plus volatile cheap blends equal percolation. Lines vaporize, pumps whine, hot restarts lengthen, and light components boil off, leaving sticky residue that gums pentals and rings. Parked nose in, facing afternoon sun cooks the rail even when the engine sleeps. Choose quality fuel in summer. Park in shade. Combine errands into one loop and verify intact heat shields and insulators. If hot restarts still drag, test rail pressure and purge operation. Heat punishes every system. Don't give it cheap chemistry to work with.
Number 7. Using bargain fuel filters or forgetting them entirely. A clogged or flimsy filter starves pressure and sheds fibers. Grit, sandblast pump rotors and injector tips. Pulsations confuse trims and beat on regulators. Replace on schedule with OEM or premium. If the filter is lifetime, it's often living in the tank. Plan replacement around 100 to 150k kilometers depending on duty. After any bad fuel episode, change it. Stable pressure and clean spray patterns protect everything downstream. Of course, even perfect filtration fails when you run the pump without its coolant. Number 6. Habitually driving near empty and overheating the pump. Fuel cools and muffles the pump. Running near empty bakes it in hot vapor and slurps the dirtiest layer from the bottom. The pump gets louder. Next, it gets weaker. Keep at least a quarter tank, half in extreme heat or stop-and-go traffic. If the note changes to a high buzz, schedule a test before it dies. Replace the sock and inspect the tank while you're there. Cool pump, calm electronics. Chemistry also matters, especially alcohol versus storage time. Number 5. Mismanaging ethanol blends and long sits. E10 is fine in modern systems, E15 isn't approved everywhere. Older hoses hate alcohol. Ethanol absorbs water and long storage triggers phase separation. A water-rich layer sinks, a leaner gasoline layer floats and pings. If you park for weeks, either buy ethanol-free fuel where available or dose with a stabilizer rated for alcohol blends, then drive long enough to pull it through the rail. Replace ancient rubber with ethanol-safe line. Don't store a full tank of discount E something for the winter and expect spring to start cheerful. Number 4. trusting octane boosters and cheap cleaners instead of real solutions. Most shelf boosters add less than a true octane number and bring dyes or metals that stain plugs and poison O2 sensors. Many cheap cleaners are perfume. If you actually need to clean injectors or valves, choose a product with real PEA, polyethylamine, and follow the label once or twice a year. Better, prevent deposits with detergent-rich fuel and timely filters. Chemicals can help. They can't replace discipline. Speaking of discipline, software saves hardware until you turn the Guardian off. Number 3. Running aggressive tunes or disabled knock control on discount gas. Killing safeguards or flashing a spicy map while feeding bargain fuel is how you pound bearings and ship ringlands. Knock sensors and learned timing exist to protect parts. Cheap gas removes their margin. If you chase power, match the tune to a fuel you can buy every day, log knock in temps, and back off when weather swings hot. Otherwise, leave it stock and healthy. Even stock, there's a quiet killer people tolerate for years. Number 2. Ignoring light ping and just a little rattle under load. That faint marbles in a can uphill isn't character. Each micro knock is a pressure spike that erodes piston crowns and hammers rods. The ECU hides it by adding fuel and pulling timing. You pay on the pump and later at the shop. Fix the cause. Wrong octane, carbon-raising compression, overheated intake air, or lazy EGR on engines that use it. Clean, cool, correct, and the rattle disappears, along with the damage. One last mistake doesn't knock a rattle, it quietly deletes lubrication.
Number 1. Letting fuel dilution ruin your oil while stretching intervals. Short trips, rich cold starts, leaky injectors, and winter volatility wash fuel past rings into oil. Viscosity drops, bearings run thin, and cam followers scuff. Cheap volatile blends make it worse. If you do city hops, change by time as well as distance and use the exact spec. If the dipstick smells like gasoline or level climbs, fix the injector and change the oil now. Oil is the last shield. Don't ask it to be fuel too. With mistakes clear, here's how to buy, test, and drive so gasoline stops sabotaging your engine. How to fuel and drive so gas helps, not hurts. Choose busy, top-tier stations and avoid filling during tanker drops. In summer, seek shade, combine errands, and verify heat shields. Keep the tank above 1/4 and replace filters on schedule. If you store the car, treat the fuel and run it through the rail. Use required octane where specified. If premium is recommended, let mileage and knock counts decide. Once a year, run a PEA cleaner before an oil change. Listen for ping, lower intake temps, decarbonize, and fix causes, not symptoms. Fast diagnostics after a bad fill or new symptoms. Rough idle after a sketchy tank? Dilute with fresh top tier and a measured PEA dose. Drive the whole tank before judging. Long hot cranks? Check rail pressure, injector leak down, and heat soak routing. Buzzing pump? Review low fuel habits and inspect the sock. Sudden ping? Verify octane, intake temps, heat shields, MAF cleanliness, and carbon load. Misfire on one cylinder? Scope injector current and spray. Deposits create uneven AFR. Keep notes. Station, date, temperature, symptoms, fixes. Patterns beat guesses and shorten repairs. Cheap gas looks like a small win and a large bill later. Wrong octane, weak detergents, water, heat soak volatility, bad filters, low tank habits, mismanaged ethanol, miracle bottles, disabled safeguards, tolerated ping, and fuel-diluted oil quietly age engines until they feel old at half their miles. Buy smart, keep it cool, maintain flow, and let chemistry work for you. Save pennies on routine, not on the one liquid your engine drinks every day.